Joining me right now is former Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson. And Dr. Carson, once again, the shooting of a black man has occurred. This was done by a black police officer. What's your reaction?
Well, you know, it's unfortunate that these things continue to happen. And what we really need to ask ourselves is there something that we can do to keep this from happening? Are there some policies that we can look at? Recognize that the police are trained to use lethal force if they feel that their lives are in danger. But maybe there's a time to look at that. For instance, in Oklahoma, where you had the woman police officer who was telling the man to stop, and he kept moving toward his vehicle. Well, of course, she would then begin to believe that he has a weapon in that vehicle, whether he does or not. But if she can stop him from getting to the vehicle by using non-lethal force, you don't have that situation. I mean, I think these are things to talk about. And, you know, people get into their respective corners and say, no, 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 we only can use lethal force. The fact of the matter is police officers are people just like everybody else. They have a duty to protect us, but they also have a duty to protect themselves. So we have to be reasonable. And the people who are out rioting, they need to understand that there is nothing about rioting that is helping this situation.
Right.
They're just making themselves look like hoodlums. That's not helpful at all.
Well, you know, to be clear, in North Carolina, the black man was armed. The black police officer says that, you know, they thought that he was reaching for the gun. And then in Tulsa, you're right, the police officer was saying, stop, stop, stop. He kept walking toward his vehicle. She makes an assumption that he's going for a gun. So the police are scared, so they're using force.
Of course, and if we don't allow the police to protect themselves, who's going to become a police officer? And if we don't have any police officers, what's going to happen to our society? So, you know, this is a problem that really requires the highest level of interest. And we really need to do something about it. We can't just continue to do the same thing and let it continue to happen, because it's going to exacerbate the situation. The riots are going to get worse. The police and the military are going to have to react even more strongly. Chaos is going to ensue.
Right.
Now is the time to put the finger in the dike. Let's not wait until this exacerbates further.
And it's just a horrible situation that it is actually exacerbating.